fourth round. Just to tell you, the women's long jump went to Rachel Bowler of Ireland. Actually, hang on a sec. Yes, Karolina Zawila of Poland winning that, 5.93. Imelda Morrison of Ireland, second place, 5.87. And Elizabeth Moreland of Ireland, third, 5.68. And we saw her on the track brilliantly as well tonight. Men's 3,000 metres coming up next. Big field of 17 in this. Collis Birmingham, who's won twice here at the Cork City Sports and who's won up in the Mary Peters up in Belfast as well. Sam McEntee of Australia, Reid Buchanan, Jake Hurst of the USA. Jack O'Leary's here for Ireland too. Collis Birmingham wearing the familiar grey, along with Sam McEntee. So your full field, Collis Birmingham and Sam McEntee, both of Australia. Reid Buchanan and Jake Hurst of the United States. Yannick Michels of Belgium. Eric Speakman of New Zealand. Colin Shea and Jack O'Leary of Ireland. Joshua Tedesco, Ethan Hayward of Australia. Matt Bergen of Ireland. Ben Thistlewood of Canada. And Fergal Curtin, Luke Horgan, Jack Corbett, Mike McCabe of Ireland. There should be Peter Somba as well of Kenya in this, who's been a regular winner. There he is, indeed, Peter Somba coming up on the outside, having been so successful this year. Cork half marathon winner, Irish runner 5 miler, Bohemien 5k winner, as he takes up a good position very early on. But it's Jake Hurst who's up ahead of the rest, and Reid Buchanan in second place, with Collis Birmingham in third and Peter Somba in fourth.
The 3,000 metres has always provided good entertainment at this meet. Collis Birmingham would have to be the favourite. Him and his Australian counterpart, Sam McEntee, they have times way faster than the other guys in the field, but expect a good outing from several people. Two very good athletes from the US, sub-8 minute men. Sub-8 is top class time in 3,000 metre running, and so I would expect Collis to put his mark on this at some stage. The Australians in Europe preparing for the Olympics, they tend to base themselves in Teddington in London, and then they take in the European circuit, and Cork would be high on their agenda. They like to come to Cork here and test themselves out, and it's evident from the fields how popular Cork is with the Australian athletes. So Jake Hurst of the US is bringing them through now, 1:35.
Still 6 laps to go here. Collis Birmingham's well up to the 4 in third place. Jake Hurst leading for the United States, 7:55 his lifetime best set this year. Reid Buchanan up in second place in the purple for the United States, 7:54 his lifetime best set this year. A little bit of jostling and movement behind them, but Collis Birmingham staying right up there. And also too is Eric Speakman of New Zealand, the 39th New Zealand 4-minute miler. He's got a Wexford coach based in the United States, Andy Ronan. Jake Hurst bringing them through well. Buchanan in second and Birmingham in third. Speakman fourth. Fifth is Yannis Michels of Belgium. And they're all very nicely positioned. Good pace so far.
Yeah, they went through 800 metres in 2 minutes 8 seconds, which is bang on 8-minute pace. Birmingham and McEntee would be quite comfortable at that pace. Buchanan is there as well from the US. He's a sub-8 minute man. So all the sub-8 minute runners are up there in the front bunch, and then back in the pack is the ones chasing the personal best. In there, Jack O'Leary, who's a very fine junior, runs for Mullingar Harriers, is running European cross countries, Irish schools 5,000 metre champion, very good athlete. Mike McCabe from Raheny Shamrock, born in California, and he has declared for Ireland. His father was an Irishman and he has an Irish passport, so Mike is here having his first summer racing in Ireland, and he's delighted to be part of the Cork package here.
So it's Hurst who leads, Buchanan in second place, third is Collis Birmingham, fourth is Yannick Michels of Belgium. All very tight at the moment. Fifth there, the Belgian making a good move up. It's Speakman who's fourth for New Zealand, Michels fifth for Belgium, Sam McEntee sixth for Australia, and it's Matt Bergen who's the best placed Irishman of the moment in seventh place. Just to bring you up to speed with the men's long jump, by the way, you saw the second last attempt of Adam McMullen, 7 metres 50 when he still leads, 7:55, with Ezekiel Awulo of Nigeria second at the moment, 7:33, and George Fields of the USA third, 7:32, and it's the top 3 who are left to jump in that. But leading here, Jake Hurst, Buchanan second, Birmingham third, and now as Jake Hurst steps aside with the pacemaking duty done, Reid Buchanan leading for the United States, and Collis Birmingham lying in second.
Pace has dropped slightly, 4:18 at the mile. Should have been about 4:14 if they were hoping for a sub-8. They probably will still get the sub-8 because by the look of that leading four, any one of them is capable of taking off at any stage. Collis Birmingham in second place, looking extremely comfortable, and he's been towed around there, and he's happy to sit in. But he's going to, I presume, make a move at some stage, maybe 800 metres to go.
Yeah, good move being made by Matt Bergen as well. For Ireland in the sky blue, and behind him is Michel, so Bergen is up to 5th place at the moment now. It's Buchanan who's leading for the United States. Collis Birmingham in second place for Australia. Third for New Zealand is Eric Speakman, and fourth for Australia, Sam McEntee. It's not a huge gap, only maybe about 10-15 metres before the 5th place Irishman Matt Bergen. 8:18 is lifetime best, which ranks him in 11th place, which is why he's wearing 11, by the way. They've given the numbers out and made the rankings in this in terms of lifetime best. You can see Fergal Curtin just turning in those familiar green and white hoops down the far side, but it's Birmingham taking them out at the moment and leading the way.
Okay, Birmingham's going to start winding it up now. The 2K time suggests a time of just over 8 minutes, but Birmingham now is going to wind it up, and I expect you'll get something around the 7:55 mark in the end. Bergen of Ireland, running in the DSD vest, is running extremely well, and he looks like he's on course for a personal best. Jack O'Leary is running very fine race down the course for a junior. He's running really well, and this is a really good race, well committed, and Collis Birmingham taking it out.
Yeah, 2 laps, just under 2 laps to go. Planes flying over from nearby Cork Airport as they take off, and will it be lift off for Collis Birmingham or Reid Buchannan here? They're the 1-2. They've opened up a good lead, you'll see, of around 15 metres or so, ahead of Eric Speakman in 3rd place. Still trying to keep up pace for Australia's Sam McEntee in 4th, but they really are massively stretched out at the moment. It's Collis Birmingham and it's Reid Buchannan. A big gap between 1st and 2nd, then back to 3rd and 4th. And it's still trying to maintain the position at the moment. Sam McEntee who's up there with Eric Speakman. But these are our 2 leaders, and they're looking good as they make the turn into the final bend for the penultimate time.
Yeah, one lap to go shortly, and Birmingham is having it put up to him by Buchanan. On paper, he's 19 seconds faster than him, but at the bell, there's nothing between them, and Buchanan looks poised. Be interesting to see what Birmingham has down the straight. He will be acutely conscious that Buchanan is in there behind him. He probably doesn't know a lot about him, probably doesn't know is he capable of a kick, and Birmingham, I would suggest, is under pressure.
It's Birmingham and Buchanan who jousting between the 2 here. Battle for 3rd between Sam McEntee and Eric Speakman, but it's Collis Birmingham who leads here with 200 metres to go in the men's 3,000 metres. It really is very tight. Collis Birmingham leading the way ahead of Reid Buchanan. This is a very, very good contest. They've recruited very well for this race. They look as if they'll break 8 minutes, but will Birmingham beat Buchanan for once and for all here? Buchanan trying to come on the outside for the United States. Buchanan's coming to try and beat Collis Birmingham, and Buchanan's on the way to get the win. It's Reid Buchanan of the USA, 5th in the NCAA, 10,000 metres this year, 29.14. He wins. Collis Birmingham is in 2nd place, and 3rd will be Eric Speakman, and 4th in the end was Sam McEntee. But it's Reid Buchanan who gets the success, gets the win. He did very well. 7:52.51 is a new lifetime best. He's taken over 2 seconds off that. And Collis Birmingham, who's a 7:35 man, lifetime 7:54 this season. Well, he ran 7:54, but it wasn't enough to get the win here. Reid Buchanan takes it instead. Great race that was.
Oh, that was a great race. Buchanan got a personal best out of that, so he's going to be thrilled. I think Birmingham maybe underestimated him, waited too long, didn't realise how good he was, and he just couldn't hold off the sheer pace of Buchanan in the home straight. Good run though. They really wound it up near the end to get down to that time of 7:52, because with 2 laps to go they were looking at about just marginally under 8 minutes. So to get down to 7:52 means they ran that last lap extremely fast, probably 56, 57 seconds. That was a really good race. 3,000 metres is a perfect race for a meeting like this. It's long enough to keep you interested and not too long to make you bored.
Great contest between those two, and Reid Buchannan gets the win. Collis Birmingham, 15th in the heats of the World Championships in Beijing. He was 13th in Moscow, but he's second here behind Reid Buchannan, and that was a very, very good win indeed. Eric Speakman in third, Sam McEntee in fourth.
Nor should we forget Matt Bergen, who ran really well. I think he was first Irishman across the line. He ran about 8.5, 8.6, so that was a personal best for him.
Speakman did very well for New Zealand also. He's currently fourth in the pecking order for New Zealand for Rio. Those results are still being collated. Adam McMullen, by the way, has won the men's long jump for Ireland. 7.59 his final attempt. That was the longest of the night. Finished ahead of Ezekiel Owulo of Nigeria, second, 7.33. And George Fields of the USA, third, 7.32. But we saw his two previous best efforts, and both would have been enough to win him the gold. Men's hammer being won by Roberto Saez of Costa Rica, 69.44. So Reid Buchannan wins the men's 3,000 metres, 7.52.49, ahead of Collis Birmingham of Australia in second, and Eric Speakman of New Zealand third, with Sam McEntee fourth, and Matt Bergen, the best of the Irish. He was fifth. Colm Sheehan seventh, Jack O'Leary eighth.